Hey friends, this is your girl Abby. Welcome back to another episode of Make Money Online 2021. If you're new, welcome. This is a series that I will be doing all throughout December where I will be sharing with you 25 different ways that you can make money from home this next coming year. Today we are going to be diving into blogging. And throughout this series, I'm having not one, but 3 giveaways going on for 3 Amazon gift cards. So be sure to stick around till the end so you can find out how you can be one of the 3 lucky winners. And also I'm offering 25% off strategy calls with me for those of you that are getting started in business or need help with growing your current business. I will include the link below. Once you click on it, you will get an automatic discount, or you can input the code CALL25 when you check out on my website. So this series is based on a free download I created earlier this year that people seem to download a lot and liked, so I decided to just go ahead and expand on it and give more details on the 25 different work from home business ideas I listed. That download will also be linked below if you want to grab a copy to follow along or to skip ahead. So if you've seen any of my content before, you know I like to break things down into smaller pieces that are just easier to digest, easier to understand. So today I will be going over what blogging is, how you can actually make money as a blogger, the pros and the cons of blogging, how you can get started as a blogger, the cost of getting started, some tips for success, and also if I have any resources that I feel will help you out, I will link them in the description box below. How you can make money as a blogger. Blogging is actually a really good side hustle or side income for people, and some people actually use blogging as their full-time business. The way bloggers make money is similar to how YouTubers make money. I did a video on that previously. I'll link that video if you want to check it out. But there are 3 main ways that you can make money as a blogger. One, through AdSense, through Google Ads. So those are the ads that you see that pop up when you go on someone's blog. A second way that you can make money as a blogger is by promoting products. If you are an affiliate, which I also did a video on affiliate marketing, so I'll link that video also. But if you have products that you gain commission from, you can actually link those products in your blog or do reviews on them. That way when people click on it, you get your commission for it. A third way that you can make money blogging, which is probably the most lucrative way to make money, is by selling your own products or your own services. So that could be digital products, it can be physical products, or it can be like a business service or any other type of service. Especially if you have a website, you can go ahead and just attach your blog on it. It'll just be pretty easy to actually get that up and going. So getting into the pros of blogging. One of the main pros of blogging is that it is going to be on your own site. So it's going to be your own platform. You get to own it. So it's not like Instagram or Facebook or even YouTube where you don't own the platform. You can easily be banned, especially on Instagram. A lot of people get shadow banned. Facebook, if you comment too many times or message people too many times, you get banned. With blogging, you are completely in control because you own your own website. You own your domain. Another pro of blogging is that blog posts tend to have a much longer lifespan. So you can create a blog post today and 5 years down the line, you can still be making money from that blog post. So they definitely have a much longer lifespan as compared to like social media posts where that might have like a 24 or 48 hour lifespan and then people won't see it again until, you know, unless they go like searching for it. But as far as on their feed, it just doesn't live as long as a blog post. And as I mentioned earlier, the different ways that you can make money blogging, there are many ways that you can monetize your blog. So you don't just have to depend on AdSense. Just like as I discussed in YouTube, you have different ways that you can make money, different avenues. So some of the cons of blogging. So one con is that it does require some writing skill. If you are not a great writer, you can definitely hire someone to write your blog post. But at the same time, you want to, especially if your blog is going to be somewhat of like a lifestyle type blog, you want it to be in your voice still. But if you have a business, like if you're selling a certain product and you just want to attach a blog to your website because you know that's going to help it with SEO, then you can definitely hire someone that can just do the writing for you and you don't have to worry about it. But if you are going into blogging as business for yourself and blogging is going to be your business, then you want to make sure you have your own voice. So either you'll need your own writing skills, and that's just making sure you're good with grammar and that it makes sense when people are reading it, or you can hire someone and they can either proofread for you or they write it for you. You just try to make sure that they do it with your voice. Another con with blogging is that it takes a lot of time for your blog post to actually be seen by people and to be recognized by search engines. Like I mentioned how it has a longer lifespan, it also takes a little bit longer for it to start showing up, for Google to start recognizing it. So that is one con with blog posts, but you have to have a long-term goal with it. So you're not going to post something and then all of a sudden sudden everybody's finding you on Google unless you're running ads to that specific post. But yeah, it's gonna take some time and a little bit of patience for you to start, seeing some traction on your blog post. And then another con is if you are going to be relying on AdSense to make money, it is gonna take some time to actually see some income come from that, unless you are going to be monetizing in different ways. So with promoting other products, or if you are going to be selling your own products or services, then you can see some income come in. But yeah, if you are going to rely on AdSense, it's going to take some time to actually build up some income from it. So it might just become a side hustle at that point. Okay, so before I get into how you can get started with blogging, I do want to take a comedic break and share with you the riddle that I want you to answer in the comments below. This has something to do with the giveaway. So what do you get when you mix a Christmas tree with an iPad? Take your best guess below. Let me know what you think. Stick around to the end. I'll go over more details of the giveaway. Okay, so how to get started with blogging. So first, you do need a topic that you're gonna blog on. You wanna come up with something that is really good and something that you are actually interested in. When you come up with your topic, you also want to do research just to kind of see if people are looking into that topic and how much traffic you could possibly get coming to your site. Otherwise, if you're just doing it as a hobby and not looking to make money from it, then you don't have to worry about that research part. But since this is how to make money online, you definitely want to do the research on your topic that you want to write about, just to make sure that it is going to be worth your time and that there is some potential there. So next, you will need a domain name. So you can buy a domain from Google Domains. GoDaddy is a big one. There are a lot of places that you can buy domains for pretty cheap. So you want to, once you come up with your topic, you want to search to make sure that your domain is available and then buy it. Even if you're not ready to start your blog right away, you can go ahead and buy the domain. You can get a domain as cheap as like $10 or something and save it. So that way, when you're ready to use it, you can go ahead and use it. And then after that, you are going to need a host, a place to actually host your blog post. So one of the bigger channels that people post their blogs, or the bigger channels for blogging, is WordPress. WordPress is where you can actually create a website, but most people use it for blogging. There are other sites that you can use, but if you're gonna go with WordPress, you'll also need a host, what houses like your content. So SiteGround is one. I use SiteGround and WordPress, but I know a lot of people use Bluehost as well. So you're gonna have to look into the host, and that's probably what will cost you the most. You can pay for it monthly for as low as like $3 or $4, or you can pay for it yearly. The next thing is you are going to need some photos on your blog. I mean, you can write your blog post and have no photos. I see people do that all the time, but I do think it's good to have different dimensions of your posts. So having photos and having videos and having, links, all that I think is good to have. So you can use a camera or you can use your phone to get some good photos or good videos if you're going to post those on your blog. The next thing I would say is to list your ideas that you want to create posts on. So if you have a list that you can go off of, it just kind of makes it a little bit easier once you start writing your blog post. So create your list, get your ideas out of what you want to write about, and have that ready so you can start on the next step, which is to actually create your blog post, to write your blog post, and to share them, to start posting and sharing them to people, get it out there. And the sooner you start doing it, the better, because remember, we talked about how long it takes for your blog post to show up. So start writing and just get it out there. So the cost for getting started with blogging, we touched on this a little bit. You're pretty much just gonna have costs for your domain and then also for the blog hosting. So it's really and then if you're gonna buy a camera, of course, then that is going to cost you, but it really isn't very expensive to get started with blogging. So some tips for success with blogging. The first tip I would say is to name your blog wisely. So once you come up with your topic, you want to have your topic somewhat in your domain, so that way it's just kind of easier to be found. It helps with SEO, and then also it's going to make it easier for people to remember your domain and to find you. You just want to name it wisely and make sure that the domain has something to do with what you're posting about. I have a blog, but my blog is mainly just like attached to my website, so mine is actually just abbykamara.com. So it's not, I don't have a specific blog topic, but if you are just going into blogging specifically, then you want to make sure you have a good domain that falls in line with what you're blogging about. The next tip I would say is to research what people are searching about. If you have watched any of my videos previously in the series, I always seem to include research, because research Even though it's not that fun, it's actually like really important if you are going to actually try and make money doing something. You need to research, find out what people are actually searching for. So if you have your topic, say if you're doing a blog about motherhood, then you want to find out what people want to know about motherhood. Are people having trouble with teething, finding out what they need to feed their baby at a certain age? You want to research it, and there are tools that you can use. One of them is Ahrefs, I believe that's how you say it. There's like SEMrush. There's one other one that I've used that I can't think of the name right now. I'm having a brain fart, but I will put it on the screen once I remember. You can even use tools like Google's Keyword Planner, which is really good because you're getting it from the source right there. Google will tell you this is what people are searching for. This is how many searches are happening per month. This is how hard it is to rank. Like the competition, is it high, is it medium, is it low? This is how hard it is for your article to rank on Google. So that is a good free one to use. The other ones I mentioned before do come at a cost. The next tip I would say is to be consistent. So if you are going to be posting one blog a week or whatever it is, if it's 2 blogs a week, blog posts a week, try to stay on that schedule and just continue posting, because from what I've read, everything that I've read is that Google takes that into play. So if you want your blog to have authority and to rank higher in search results, you want to be consistently posting and consistently adding content to it and updating it, because that helps you out a lot with the search engines. And then one final tip, if you want to make money blogging, do not depend on AdSense, so which is the ads that Google will put on your blog post. You want to sell your own stuff, whether you are selling physical products or you're selling digital products, or if you are just promoting other people's stuff, if you're just, solely doing affiliate marketing, which is great as well. Incorporate other ways that you can actually make income from your blog, because if you are going to be depending on AdSense, that is just going to be something that you can make on the side. It is not going to be something that you can really have your full-time income from. So you've made it this far in the video. I do want to just go over the giveaway details. The first giveaway is for a $50 Amazon gift card, and to be entered in this giveaway you need to do 3 things. The first thing is to be subscribed to my channel. The second thing is to follow me on Instagram at simplybossing_up, and then the third thing is to answer the riddles that I asked you in the video series. The person that answers the most correctly will be the winner of the $50 Amazon gift card. The second giveaway is for a $30 Amazon gift card, and it is a kind of like a runner-up to the first giveaway. So for this giveaway, you do need to be subscribed to my channel, follow me on Instagram at simplybossing_up, and then you just need to actually try to answer the riddles. So you just need to comment below and you will be entered into the giveaway. The third giveaway is for a $30 Amazon gift card, and for this giveaway you just need to be subscribed to my channel, follow me on my other Instagram, the Abby Kamara, and then just send me a message on Instagram letting me know that you came over from YouTube and you'd like to be a part of the giveaway. And now if you want to see any more videos on blogging, let me know in the comments and I'm happy to share. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.